Let's talk about quality control. It's the unsung hero of literally every product you love. But for the companies making those products, it can be a massive, massive headache. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is completely shaking up the world of quality control, and we're going to uncover a paradox that proves the smartest technology isn't always the smartest move.
So first up, let's talk money. The price tag for poor quality can be absolutely staggering. We're talking about the cost of fixing mistakes, handling returns, losing your brand's reputation. It can eat up as much as 40% of a company's total revenue. 40%! That is a huge incentive to get things right the first time.
For decades, the answer was just manual inspection. People on a line looking for defects. But let's be honest, that's slow, it's expensive, and frankly, we're human. We make mistakes. The whole process is filled with pain points, like endless paperwork and subjective judgment calls. And this is exactly the kind of problem AI was supposedly built to solve. It promises this superhuman speed, tireless precision, and an efficiency that people just can't match.
So on paper, AI looks like the perfect answer, right? It's this new vision for intelligent quality management where defects get caught early, everything's streamlined, and costs get slashed. But is it really that simple?
Well, this is where AI really starts to shine. It can automate the mountains of paperwork you need for big compliance standards like ISO 9000. It runs smart risk assessments in real time, spits out audit reports, and helps standardize your quality processes across teams all over the world, preventing those costly mistakes before they can even happen.
Okay, so imagine a defect, or a non-conformance as they call it in the industry, is found on the production line. Instead of some quality engineer digging through old files, the AI just instantly jumps in. It recommends the category and the risk level, and then it scans all the historical data to see if this has happened before. It'll even suggest if the problem is serious enough to escalate to what's called a CAPA, which is just a formal plan to fix the root cause so it never ever happens again. It basically turns a slow, gut-feeling process into a super fast, data-driven decision.
And this isn't just some theory, The big players are already seeing huge wins. Companies like Toyota, Lenovo, and HPE are using AI to boost quality all through their supply chains. In fact, McKinsey estimates that AI can cut defects by up to 50% and improve on-time delivery by 20%. The results they're incredibly powerful. So, the case is closed, right? AI is faster, smarter, it saves a ton of money, everyone should just be using it. Well, this is where our story takes a really sharp turn. Because it turns out the smartest technology isn't always the smartest choice.
So here's the question. It just doesn't quite add up. If AI has all these amazing, proven benefits, why are more than 2/3 of manufacturers still sticking with old-school manual inspection? What are we missing here?
The answer is in this fascinating finding from some new research. It turns out that adopting AI inspection doesn't just fail to guarantee benefits. It can sometimes be actively harmful to a company's bottom line.
And this is what we call the paradox of AI inspection. It's this idea that there are very specific, predictable situations where a manufacturer is actually better off sticking with the older, less accurate way of doing things, even when a superior AI option is right there on the table.
Okay, this table shows you exactly when that happens. It breaks down the best move for a manufacturer based on how good their supplier is. So if your supplier is really bad, you definitely need AI to catch all their mistakes. If your supplier is great, AI helps you fine-tune and optimize, but here's the paradox, right in the middle. When the supplier's quality is just kind of okay, that really expensive AI system you bought only catches a few more defects than the old way, meaning that massive investment just doesn't pay for itself.
And this reveals the crucial point of all this. Your decision to adopt AI isn't really about the tech itself. It's a strategic choice that totally depends on the context of your entire supply chain. The best tech is not always the best strategy.
But the strategic questions, they don't stop there. For the companies that do decide to go with AI, they face another critical choice. Do you keep this powerful tool all to yourself, or do you share it with your suppliers?
And we see two very different approaches out there on the real world. You've got the sole AI strategy, where a company like GE Aviation uses AI for its own inspections, but keeps it in-house. Then you have the dual AI strategy, where companies like Lenovo and HPE actually share their AI tools with suppliers, helping to improve quality right at the source.
So which way is better? Well, no surprise here, it all comes back to your supplier. If your supplier's old-school inspection method is weak, sharing your AI, the dual AI strategy, is the best move. You help them get better and stop defects before they ever even get to you. But
If your supplier's already pretty darn good, it's actually more cost-effective to keep your AI to yourself with the sole AI strategy.
Okay, so a logical question pops up here. If you're going to share your AI system with a partner, does that mean you have to spend even more money on it to support them?
And here's another paradox for you. The answer is surprisingly no. Research actually shows that a manufacturer might invest less in their AI when they share it. So why is that? Well, it's because the collaboration makes the whole system more efficient. When you catch defects earlier at the supplier, you reduce the pressure and the cost down the line. You're basically getting the same level of quality with a smaller investment.
At the end of the day, AI isn't some simple fix. It's a strategic tool. And as we look to the future, it's really just one piece of an even bigger technological puzzle.
The ultimate goal here is to move way beyond these isolated checks and balances. The future is a fully integrated, intelligent digital ecosystem where quality isn't some separate department. It's just an embedded, automated part of every single thing a company does. And this future, it's being built with a whole suite of amazing new tools. We're talking about digital twins that create virtual copies of entire factories, IoT sensors that monitor everything in real time, collaborative robots or cobots working right alongside people, and even AR and VR for immersive training and inspections.
We're even seeing new global standards being developed, like ISO 42001. You can think of that as the world's first official rulebook for an AI management system, a framework designed to make sure AI is used responsibly and effectively.
And what this all shows us is that the path forward isn't about any single piece of technology. It's about building an intelligent, interconnected network where data flows seamlessly from suppliers to manufacturers to customers, making sure there's quality at every single step.
So we've seen that AI in quality control is far from a simple upgrade. It's not a magic bullet, it is a strategic choice. The only question left is, knowing all the paradoxes, how will you make it?